Match reaction, Real Sociedad 0, Manchester United 1. Even though we got the 3 points and we won tonight's game, we will still have to play a playoff game in the next leg to reach the last 16. Give us your thoughts, smash the like button and get your comments in below. First of all, Tony, I want your overall thoughts on tonight's game.
Meaningless result, goes down in the record books, but the game went as I thought. If we'd scored a goal, we'd end up in chaos. 4, 5 players up front. I knew that had happened. We had to go for it, and it just ended up tatters. I thought they could have done a lot better. The first half, to me, I thought it was a good game of football. United played well. And then I think we lost the game, to be perfectly honest with you. The first 15 minutes of the second half, there was no cohesion. There was no flow. There was no attack. We weren't getting behind them. And then the substitutes, as soon as they were made, it just went pear-shaped. No cohesion whatsoever from that moment onwards.
Let's rewind to go forward. What did you think of that starting 11 Ten Hag put out and the formation?
I tell you what, I don't think any Manchester United fan would get that starting 11. There's no way I thought Donny van der Beek would play. I didn't think Garnacho would play. When you look at Ten Hag, when he always says he wants his strongest side, he wants to win every game. I was baffled by it. Donny van der Beek, he's played 30 minutes of football this year. He's not started a game for 7 months. I was astounded by it. And to be honest with you, when I looked at Donny van der Beek, he was never in the game. He didn't look as though he knew what he was doing. That's not me really going at him. That's just saying this is a kid what's played 30 minutes of football in an important game where we've got to win by 2 clear goals. Never inspired me, never seemed to do anything. Lackluster from him. Garnacho, different class. I said he was a good player. I think he's going to be a great player if he continues like he did tonight. The goal he got, the cross he put in, the way he controlled it, the touch on him was just beautiful. The speed, that's what we're missing. And he got behind him, crossed the ball, no one in there for it. But that's them two. But I thought that the team performance as a whole just lacked ideas.
With you talking about Donny van der Beek, in a nutshell, having an underwhelming performance, who on the bench then would you have put in instead of Donny?
I would have brought, to be perfectly honest, I would have brought McTominay on to start. One for his height, one for his muscle, because that's, to me, what seemed to be missing. We seem to be missing that energetic, that fight. Trying to play pretty football all the time doesn't work. I looked at Eriksen tonight. He didn't seem to be able to play pretty football. He didn't seem to get in it. We needed a fighter, especially in the first half, to go for the second goal. We got the 1 goal. We didn't really create. Their goalkeeper wasn't under that much pressure, to be honest with you. And in the second half, it was just non-existent.
As you mentioned earlier on, the first 15 minutes, I think he made actually the changes, didn't he, 15 minutes into the second half, with Rashford coming on as well. Did you think them changes actually worked that he brought on? Because to me, it seemed a little bit like headless chickens at times. Didn't know where they were actually positionally playing some of the players.
I think when he makes that many changes and it's quite clear what he's got to do, and that's attack and score a goal, we lost the width. We didn't have any width. Rashford there, I thought he would have gone out wide. Didn't go out wide, stayed down the middle. They were all getting in the way. And then the Sunday League football tactics of bringing the centre-half on and putting Maguire up there. I mean, Maguire, useless. Useless. Yeah, I mean, he's a centre-half. He's not a centre-forward. But the thing is, the ball didn't even get kicked up that quick to Maguire that often, or to any other centre-forwards. The ball should have come down the wing. They were falling back. The space was there for Shaw to pass the ball along. He had no one to pass it to. It just went completely. But to bring on the centre-forward with that long, the centre-half with that long to go, it was the desperation. And you could see that was building. Like I say, the first 15 minutes, I think United had just lost control and had run out of ideas.
On our match preview, you was confident we'd score at least 2 goals tonight. So what do you think did actually go wrong then in creating them chances?
I think the lineup, to be honest with you, and I think what happened there tonight was you looked at Eriksson. Eriksson didn't perform tonight. It's been great and all that, but tonight he just didn't perform, and maybe that was because of Donny van der Beek being on there. I don't really think they both knew what the role was, and to be honest, when you looked at van der Beek, I don't think the team around. What didn't help, was Bruno. Bruno had a great first half, but Bruno out wide is not the player for Manchester United. He's down the middle where he should be. But putting Bruno out wide, we lacked a little bit of energy, right, to help the forwards and also the midfield to get the ball. That was poor tonight. I thought that was the wrong decision, putting Bruno out wide from the beginning.
Yeah, do you not think, though, he's had to make them tactical decisions? Because he did say before the game, Marcus Rashford, he has been suffering from a muscle injury. Obviously, Anthony, Jadon Sancho are out as well. So do you think he had to make them decisions based on, players available, Tony? And that's what it was.
No, I look at Real Sociedad tonight. That wasn't a good side tonight. They should have been well beaten tonight. Their forward line, their attack, there was no power there. There was no creativity. Yes, they could hold the ball, they could control it, which you expect, right? But they were poor, and United really should have took them to the sword and scored a lot more against a poor attacking side. David De Gea in the first half.
Yeah.
Was it the first half?
First half and near the end, them saves.
Yeah, well, them saves was great, and that's David De Gea at his best. But when you look at it, they didn't create that much. United should have gone for it. There wasn't enough strength. And when I mentioned McTominay before, that's what I'm thinking of. The strength wasn't there.
Good performance of the young kid, Garnacho, tonight. Do you think he's done enough, though, to get any more minutes in the remaining games before the World Cup?
Listen, that kid will frighten defences. The speed on him, but it's just getting the ball to him. We failed throughout the game and the whole of the second half to get any balls out wide, to get any width, to get Garnacho running. He was brought off. I think the kid, like I say, I'll say it again, he should have stayed on because they were falling back further and further as the game went on, and the gaps were there. But United were clueless. And I feel sorry for Garnacho. Fantastic goal. He's there, the youngest player to play for Manchester United in Europe above George Best. And scored a goal. So that's telling you something. He's highly thought of, and he will get more game time. And as I say, I was surprised he started the game, but it was great to see him on there.
I'm not sure if you heard anything or anyone out there, because we've just come straight on as soon as full time come on, but Lindelof come on and he looked like he walked straight down the tunnel. Could be a possible injury, Tony. So how do you think that's going to affect us going forward into the remaining games before the World Cup?
Well, we definitely need him. That's without a doubt, because him and Martinez were solid. And the unfortunate thing is we can't lose them two. We now play in February. Martinez is going to be missing because he's booked.
We play in February? What do you mean?
February.
Oh, you mean for the Europa League?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I'm mixed up there with the Premier League. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So the Europa League, he's going to be missed. And really, we want Lindelof there. He has to be there. But big miss, big disappointment tonight. I thought the last 20 minutes, the way United got the ball, they just didn't hurry it up. And there was a corner there in extra time. And the ball went backwards and backwards.
I've seen that a few times recently, though, and we was mentioning it after the West Ham game. Yeah. They seem to take a lot of short corners or short free kicks these days.
Yeah, well, I've always complained, and a lot of you out there know I've complained. I do complain a lot. Manchester United's corners, free kicks and everything else like that, when we have a ball on the floor and a man's got to take a free kick, we don't do anything with it, and it's just a regular thing, and it is annoying. Yeah. That ball should have been in there. We had the men on there. I mean, you've just got to look at it. Why wasn't the ball put in there? Everyone should. The goalkeeper should have been in there. De Gea should have been up there. You know, the game just went, and it ended up just like a Sunday League kickabout. Desperado, that's what I would call that game. I expected it if it was 1-0, but the level and standard of football and the way they went about it was poor, to be honest with you. It wasn't good. The defence played well. Really, they should have played well, which they did against the side, what wasn't a strong side, who was lacking, right, lots of players. So really, very, very disappointing for me tonight. We've now got 2 extra games we don't need.
On that, there, we was expecting and was confident enough we'd get the 2 clear goals tonight, but that's not happened. So we are going to play that playoff game to qualify for the last 16. Some big teams in that group. Well, in the Tony, you know, you've got your Barcelona's,
yeah.
Sporting Lisbon, Juventus, Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Do you think we've got enough there to get past any of them teams?
I think we're going to find it very, very hard. We've got an inspirational player there in Martinez, and without him for the first leg, it's going to be difficult. You know, if you play Barcelona, you play Juventus, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get football, tough football with Juventus, pure football with Barcelona. Are Barcelona the team we all think they are? Not really, but the standard is there. So we're going to have it all to do there. Coming back.
It's always different as well when 2 giants of the game come up against each other, Tony, don't they? Don't matter what tournament it is, they always seem to perform and pull it out the hat, don't they, as well?
Yeah, but look, I might get a lot of criticism here, right? But I'm not bothered anyway, right? But the thing is, right, I don't expect Man United, right, to win the Europa League. Tonight, I thought they could have gone on and achieved something, but they didn't. But I don't expect them to go through. I don't think they're strong enough. The squad. I don't think the squad is strong enough. And tonight has proved that, to be perfectly honest with you, against a poor Real Sociedad side.
Listen, some comments there. Before we go, though, who would you name man of the match for United tonight?
I quite like Casemiro right through the game. I thought he did excellent. I could give Garnacho man of the match for his goal. But I thought Casemiro throughout the game, he was everywhere, played really, really well. Back 4 played excellent, but I'm going to give it Casemiro. Disappointing night because they were there for the taking. And I think this might come back to give us a kick in the head, this. 2 extra games unnecessarily.
We don't want one of them kicks in the head, Tony, but let's see. Let's roll on February.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's game. Obviously, we're going to be playing a playoff game in February. Let us know if you're, how confident are you playing against them teams and us getting through to the last 16. Tonight's man of the match, all that good stuff. Smash a like on the video, subscribe if you like our content, and press that notification bell because we'll be back either Friday or on Saturday with a match preview for the Villa game. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.